personal growth is definitely where we would start with that. Cause like really realistically, when this pandemic stuff started, I was really having like more of a crisis within self personally, you know what I'm saying, and was dealing with that and dealing with a lot of feelings and other things that I just hadn't encountered before, you know what I'm saying? Because like I've experienced a lot of stuff, but I've also have experienced a lot of stuff at the same time. So when certain things happen for me the wrong way, or certain things like happen the wrong way, and it's like the first time it happens, I process it differently. You know what I'm saying? I would say though that one of the biggest ways is this Pamela Anderson has affected me. You know what I'm saying? Is that realistically, just like with the shows, because I realized in that, like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like in a lot of ways, quarantine really like knocked out a lot of the saturation. You know what I'm saying? For a lot of artists, you know what I'm saying? Because for me, for example, like I have a decent following, like net wise, and like, you know what I'm saying, music stream and DSP wise and stuff like that. But mainly my bread and butter is like I feel like I really create Solo The Dweeb fans through my shows. You know what I'm saying? Because like when motherfuckers see me perform live, like the energy that they get from like seeing me perform is just like something different. And it might be something in that energy that sticks them to the music. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's really like the main place I captivate a lot of my audience. So with the dynamic changing, it was definitely places to pick up from, but I wouldn't say it too much really like hindered me, because I feel like the areas that I need to work with, or the areas that this Panera Bread has forced me to work with has really like, it was already areas I needed to work on anyway. And then B, like doing the personal growth and learning the stuff that I needed to learn, not only like about myself internally, but things I learned in the background about the game and the music game industry and stuff going on. Like it's been somewhat necessary. So I know there's at least like sort of a climb that I would have to make at some point. You know what I'm saying? That's part of the reason why I really don't like to fuss and really like, you know what I'm saying? It's not even about me being humble. You know what I'm saying? Because people give me that humble rap. You know what I'm saying? A lot. And it's definitely not just about that being humble, but it's also about like, man, I don't need to, you know what I'm saying? I've had too many experiences where I've came, said my piece, and niggas just like, you know what I'm saying, just look at me and be like, okay, and don't have anything to say until after I'm done performing. And then they 360 that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I've just learned like there's no point in saying like if the music hard, even if they don't like you or don't, because they don't know you, you know what I'm saying? The music will speak for itself. You know what I'm saying? I've had so many fans and so many people who I've captivated, and it didn't start that way. You know what I'm saying? Possibly even started on a negative note. And just because of, you know what I'm saying, them seeing my performance and seeing like the energy in that, it opened them up to giving me a chance and then being like, oh, this nigga's actually cool. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely feel that. That's why I say it's really 50-50. Because I think with this quarantine, really forced to see like the niggas who was really like backpack rapping and really just into this shit for the fame and stuff, and the other niggas who was really like doing this shit and really like dedicated to it. But there's a double-edged blade. There's like an other side of that coin, you know what I'm saying? Which is why it's like, it's important for artists to remember that they're using it for marketing, because it can really like, you can end up like kicking yourself in the butt doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because if you looking too much at what these other people are doing, and let's say you're not doing as much as you would like, or you're not meeting certain goals, but then you look on Instagram and you see niggas like, you know what I'm saying, doing the Kodak Black and all this other stuff and rapping and looking like they're living the best life ever. You know what I'm saying? That can make someone stifle themselves just because, you know what I'm saying? I've even had that reality and had to really like shake myself out of it. You know what I'm saying? Because I would be on social media for too long and think like, oh man, it's kind of a rap. Like, man, maybe I'm, you know what I'm saying, in the dust or whatever. Like, you know, just second guess myself to some degree. And then I'll go out somewhere to a function or an event somewhere and get like a bunch of compliments from people about my music and love, like from people I do or do not know. And that'd be remembering me like, man, I got to stop like looking and counting so much on what I see on my phone. You know what I'm saying? Because the word of mouth still works. You know what I'm saying? It's still a powerful tool. And, you know, it's a lot of things. It just can't be confused. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just can't be confused. I'm so detrimental because like Instagram is kind of like it's kind of like a electronic business card, depending on what your brand is and what you do. You know what I'm saying? Half the time, even with like businessmen or like, well, not real, like not $1 million businessmen, but most businessmen, you know what I'm saying? And even some $1 million businessmen, the first question they're gonna ask is, oh, well, can I see your Instagram? Like, do you have an Instagram? You know what I'm saying? And through checking that and looking at the Instagram, you get to see like the pure professionality of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can either use that as a display to really display what you do and what you're made of, or you can use it as social media. You know what I'm saying? And you can't really do both. You know what I'm saying? Because one will clash with the other depending on what it is you're doing. I definitely think the things that people can expect from me, I'm definitely going to be hopping in my model bag more and trying to step in front of the camera in that regard. And be more in the fashion world. They can expect just more content. They can expect merch dropping this year for sure. I definitely have like, I feel like I've been on and off silent and vocal about my team. But you know what I'm saying? I definitely am a part of a team, a conglomerate of people. And I definitely am planning to be more vocal about that within the year and in time. You know what I'm saying? It's full of very talented producers and artists and DJs. And you know what I'm saying? It's a really, really solid people. So I definitely want to be able to come forward with that later because it's one of those self-made, built from the ground up teams. So, you know what I'm saying? I just want to be silent about it until it's perfect, you know? So when that time comes, but it's just so much more I want to expect. It's going to be like a complete 360 from last year, from the silence. I'm just not really going to be silent or quiet about anything. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be constantly working.